Mine, I got almost 9,000 hours on the one I bought.
You run it that much? Wow.
Well, in the beginning, you buy fuel for 99 cents a gallon, and they can make
So, I mean, that's
Make it
something that has
cheaper
been
than-
brought up to the town's attention. It's something we have talked about, because right now we have a, about a 15 kW, no,
No,
the
11,
well, 11?
yeah, 10
10.
or 11, well, mine's
10
11, that's 10,
kW.
yes.
Yeah.
So are you set up to hook this up, or do we need a
Yeah,
new disconnect?
disconnect.
Or-
You need the disconnects and all that.
We got, the way we're set up right now was just to run the 10K off that generator, off the welder generator. But we probably end up having to put a little more money into how you do that.
This one
Heavier,
probably
3
heavier.
times as power, 4 times the power.
You'll have to, when that's on, you'll have to be able to disconnect, so you don't back.
Right, right.
Would it be automatic?
We
or-
have
It
a
has to be
disconnect,
automatic.
but we can only run certain, it's only wired to run certain things. We can't open all the doors, we can't run anything in the meeting
Just
room or any of the offices,
the
none of that. Yeah, just the
But
essentials.
would you have to have this set up automatic, or could it be set up as a manual startup? So it's not running all the time, you know, when you've got emergency lighting on in the building and there's no power, you're running 35 kW
You may,
energy, you're making 35 kW, or using the fuel consumption is, you know, to the premium, and I think my opinion would be, it'd be nice to have automatic, but also when you come down and fire it up, you know, it's as good as what we've got, but we've got the size we need. And if we eventually wanna go to an automatic one possibly, it's all in the switch panels, the switches and stuff to make it automatic, I would say. But this would get us that much closer, so you could run the shop, you could run the garage, you could open the doors, close the doors, have lights on, have heat, you know.
I don't think we have to have automatic right away. I think
Right.
it would be something nice to work toward because of the maintenance cycle. You get the automatic switch and maybe you can do it without actually drawing juice, I don't know, but most of these automatics are set up to run like once a week
Right, once a
for
week or
so
something.
long. And that's basically what these hours on this machine
Has
are,
been.
is basically maintenance hours.
Right.
How much power do you think you need to run all the doors? I mean, you say that the one you have now won't run all the doors and everything, so how much, and what is it, 7 kW you said, the one you have now?
That ours is 10.
10
What's this one?
kW?
10
That
or
was
11.
35.
This is 35, so it'd be more than enough, you could probably run the welder and stuff at the same time too. I mean, maybe not do
Well,
everything
you
at
could
once.
If you're looking for a bigger one, he's got a 250K available.
That's the school, that's the village.
That's,
Yeah,
I mentioned it to
We're running
Jamie
county
from the
problem.
school.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
but-
No, I was just wondering how much you need, and,
Well, this is a used thing, so it's not like we have a lot of choices.
well, what does it cost to plug in, I guess, is what I'm wondering. In other words, that's a great price, but I'm just wondering, you know,
Switch
you
panel.
gotta have a switch, you gotta, you know, panels and circuits and yada, yada, yada. So what, on top of the 4,000, how much extra? I guess that's what I'm just
On
wondering.
top of that, the most expensive part is gonna be labor to install it.
Probably.
Hire it.
Yeah, I have no idea what the switches and stuff
The throw
cost. but
switch, I
they're
think it
not-
was,
They're not,
I wanna say $500 or $600.
Yeah.
We just bought
Okay.
one.
That's
So
what ours was,
That's what
ours
mine
was
was
a
for
70
mine.
kW.
So we're not looking at $5,000 for a
No.
switch or something like
Talking
that?
possibly,
It's gonna
probably
cost you
1,500.
1,500,
more
okay.
in
Thinking
labor.
it may, in there again, I know.
A
I think
big
County
manual
Electric
is
has
like
done some
John
work down
Hay.
there and not charge too much labor.
I did mine, the switch, all the wire back to the garage and then back to the house. All of that was like around $650. It's not as bad as I think it would be. Also that,
The automatic switch is more
Right,
than the
right.
manual throw.
But I think we can start out on a
Right.
manual switch.
Right.
you
We
know.
may even be able to use the manual switch we have, but put it in a different place. See, we have multiple panels, so
Okay.
it makes it tougher
Right.
to feed, you know what I mean? But you may
To
be able to
utilize all the
move-
power.
Right.
Yep.
And maybe the switch isn't big enough too, I don't know. I'm not sure.
Does it exercise it? You say it does? It does not exercise?
If you have the automatic,
But
then
do
it's.
do they have the auto? They don't
Yeah.
now?
no,
So those
we have to
hundred,
throw everything now.
okay, so those 174 hours are the person who's selling it
most of it's, you know,
Starts up once a week.
routine, once a week or once a month it runs for
Oh, okay.
15
So
It's
it
good
does-
to
15,
actually
20
run them
minutes.
once
No, I
in a
know,
while.
that's what I'm
And
asking.
if you add them up, that's probably a lot of it, not all of it, but it's probably a
That
good
way it
portion.
actually runs when you need
Yeah.
it to run.
No, that's what I'm
We
asking.
kinda get
because if it
excited when the
didn't, then-
juice goes out, we're like, hey, we haven't started that sucker in a year,
Yeah.
you know?
I'm not excited about that.
No,
No,
Mike's
I'm
not
not
either.
excited at all. I can't produce it as cheap as I can buy it.
No, I know, but you know what I mean, cause we don't drag it out, we don't hook it up, we don't run it for 2 hours
Right.
until we need it. And
Yeah.
it's easy thing to forget about.
Being it's got its own power plant, you're getting, if that was a PTO driven off a tractor, you would be losing about 10 to 15K.
Right.
So you're getting a lot more being that's direct.
Right.
One I got, like I said, was 60, and that runs all the barn, the house, shop,
Oh, yeah.
the other barn, and I've got 7 horse motors, 10 horse, and I've tried to max it and I couldn't.
Right, if you had one person on each of those switches, when you
No, I've
kick
turned
them all on at the same
every-
time,
Well, yeah, you probably would.
that 30 seconds is gonna really make that generator.
It's amazing how much
Yeah, it
you
is.
have.
Yeah. Well, there, I mean, and if this would cover all the, you know, so you can open all the doors when you have to, you know, if there is a storm or something that has happened, you know, where emergency
Or
time where you
the
can do
winter,
it, get it done.
Shop freezes
It's
or.
when the power goes out that you
Well, that's where they
need
can
the
take it
most.
on for the heat factor.
Pretty cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the other thing now, we don't have any water when the power goes out, we don't have, so we have the welder generator that we can wheel down to the lower shed.
Because they're on two
to
different
power-
meters.
To power, yeah.
Well, with this, we wouldn't need that, it would take care of everything.
Yeah, but see, they're in two separate
You're not
meters,
putting
now, so
meters.
you'd have to wire that
Required.
shop into
We'd
the,
have to
Other
completely
shop.
wire the other half of it.
Goes in, comes out of the lower shop,
Yep.
the old shop.
So there's 2 meters.
Yep.
Yep.
And so the one you have now is propane?
down the road, it might be something like
No.
that. but
No.
right now-
Gas.
Well,
You still got the other one,
Yeah, it's just what it is, it's a welder,
What were your?
welder
it's gonna
with a
save you
generator on the
I
backside.
don't know what it
$40
was.
a month or
You
something.
have to
like that.
wheel it out, plug it all in, then throw all the switches.
The nice thing is we can throw it on a truck and take it on the road and weld something on, you know, guardrail or
That's the other
something.
side. Yep, yep. Okay, well, what's the board,
I think it's good buy, I think we should get it.
We're gonna make
you
a
got the
motion
money and the equipment?
I think I did.
for it.
That would come out of the equipment,
wouldn't,
though, that
okay.
would come out of the general,
So the funds are there to,
yeah.
okay. So we have a motion, do you have a second?
Second it.
Donnie seconded? All in favor?
Buy.
Thank you. Okay. Planning board. Oh, there was no meeting, of course, in August, I think it was. We had a couple come in, they own the Meredith General Store. He's from Holland.
Dutch.
Van Dyke, I think, and they're talking of putting a recycling center at JR's. They're trying to get worked out with JR and they wanna get rid of the store in Meredith, I guess, or Maridale, and, open a recycling center at JR's. They've gotta go to DOT to find out, you know, access, because once a week there's a tractor trailer comes in and picks up the empties or something, and that's a tight corner there. I don't know how they're gonna get a tractor trailer back in there.
Once you
They
get a
bring-
traffic circle, and it'll
Yeah,
be,
get the roundabout.
They bring car carriers in there now.
oh yeah, gets pretty interesting.
But that, I mean, that's, what was it, but, in front of the, planning board, and the, at this time, the motorcycle shop on 14, John Shaw's motorcycle shop, now it is being proposed to go at Reynolds' repair shop on
The sign's
57.
there,
Pardon?
the sign's there.
Saying
It's
coming
back up
soon.
again? I thought
Yes,
I took it
no,
down.
it's
Maybe
coming
it's down.
soon.
Coming, okay,
Coming
coming
soon,
soon.
yes, we,
Oh,
But he's gotta go through the special use
Yes.
permit and everything
yeah.
for that, even though it was a commercial business there. The lady who owned it had the assessor take commercial off it. So now it's gotta go through the special use permit to go back commercial. But that's what happened at the planning board. Another thing is to come before the board, we had resignation on the appeals board, assessment of review board.
Board of Assessment Review,
Yes, that got
was,
Barnes,
Yeah.
Bert Barnes,
Bert, one,
who sent us a letter of
Wanted to quit.
resignation a couple months ago. Well,
yeah,
Pete Nero has volunteered
oh, good.
to try to take the position, not try it, he's gonna do it. It was let out then, and he was the only one that's showed any interest in it. And he's hopefully the smartest person out there. That wants this job.
That wants it.
What did you do to make him volunteer?
We didn't break his arm. No, Bill's the chairman, so, I mentioned it to Jim Basil.
I talked to him.
Oh, you did talk to him, okay, good. So you have an idea what you're walking into, or,
Yeah, I guess it's,
you know?
not that.
No, I don't know how bad.
I gotta take a 4-hour class at the
Right.
county. I gotta do that.
That's probably gonna be the worst part. No,
Yeah. Somebody says class, I don't think that's.
No, it's
Oh,
not
you're
bad,
out
the
of
guy
school
who gives
yet.
it is quite smart.
Okay,
Okay.
we need a motion, I believe, to appoint Pete to the position.
I make a motion to put Pete Nero to the assessment board of appeals. Right, is that what? Review.
Board of Assessment.
Board of Assessment Review.
The bar.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
To the bar.
To the bar.
I'll second
Okay,
it.
do we have a second? Okay, any questions, anything to discuss? If not, all in favor?
Aye.
Carried. Okay, anything else to come before the board?
Rec committee hasn't met yet.
Okay, yeah, okay. Yes, Brian?
A couple months ago, I asked if the town would be keeping up with the county and revising its code of ethics.
Right. Dawn looked it over, and I did look it over some, and it's not that much difference from what we've had before. I mean, I guess my feeling is if it isn't broke, the county was forced into this because of their audits they had to revise it. We haven't had any issues with it, and it seems fairly simple. So I, at this point, it's something that we can keep looking at, but, you know, if it's not broke, what are we gonna fix it for?
Agree.
But thank you for bringing it to our attention so we could check it, Brian. But it, you know, there didn't seem to be a whole lot to it. In our eyes, I don't know. If you can bring us more light on the stuff, a different view from it, maybe
Well,
that's what it is.
we did have an audit and the auditors didn't have a problem with our,
Right.
with that.
The county had, the auditors had problems with it,
Right.
so that's how that got pushed through. Okay, is there anything else then?
Usually you ask about Verizon, and no, I haven't got any money from
Oh,
them.
okay.
But a truck was at the shop the other day and the guy climbed that Verizon truck and he was measuring the
Oh,
cell tower, so there is
maybe
movement,
movement, okay.
so maybe a step in the right
Maybe,
direction.
hopefully, yeah. Measure it, so figure what size thing they gotta mount on it, right?
Right.
Good, good. Okay, well, that'd be something nice. Okay, is there any other questions? Other than we probably should have shut the door, because the bugs are coming in. It's kinda late now. Okay,
I make a
I'll-
motion to adjourn.
okay,
I'll second it.
all in favor?
Aye.
We thank you. And